Hello, my name is Giovanna Bernal. I'm a Panama attorney with more than 15 years of experience. And today I'm going to continue with the questions about Pensionado Visa. If you're interested in watching the video about the Q&A session part 1, you can click in this above this. And today I will answer some of those questions as a part 2 of this video. So the first question is from Walter. He asked a question about that he has two types of pensionado benefits. One is from the army and the other one is from the police. He also asked that if his wife from the Dominican Republic can apply with him. She lives in the Dominican Republic. How difficult would it be to immigrate there on his pensionado? So he wants to know how to apply. There are answers for his questions which are positive because he can apply for the pensionado visa with his wife. The most important thing is that we can prove that they're married, showing a type of marriage certificate. If they got married in the Dominican Republic, the marriage certificate, it needs to be issued there and also authenticated with apostille or by the Panama consulate there. He can choose one of his pensions, can be the one that is from the VA or from the police. They both work as long as the pension is for life or as long as the pension is at least $1,000. And then in terms of background checks, he says that his wife lives in the Dominican Republic. The immigration office will ask for a background check of the place where you have lived the last 2 years. If she's from the Dominican Republic and she lives there, she will need to show that her background check is from the Dominican Republic. And in his case, if he lives in the US, he will have to show his FBI background check. Another question is, can the retirement income from two pensions be combined to meet the pensionado visa requirement for husband and wife? Yes, the answer is yes. You can combine if you have two pensions on your name. You can combine if you have a pension that is $500 and another pension that is $900 from your spouse and combine both. Or you can combine in order to make the amount of $1,000 or $1,250, which is excellent if you're a couple and married. So we don't have to open a bank account in Panama and show that you have solvency of $2,000. But that is also an option. Is if you combine and it's 1,000 exactly or 1,100, that's also a possibility. So there are options. If you have 2 or 3 pension letters that are $1,000, you don't need to show the 3. One is enough. So the most important thing is that you comply with the minimum requirement, which is $1,000. If it's less, there is an exception, which is if it's at least $700, you can buy a property of $100K in Panama. Another question is, do you have to show you are renting property as part of the pensionado visa process? I'm getting some conflicting info. My plan is to return back to the US after the temporary visa is approved and return once the final pensionado visa has been approved. I'm trying to see if part of the application process includes showing you have an address leased in Panama during the initial application. Thank you in advance. Well, yes, in this case, you don't need to show a rental agreement. If you're applying as a single applicant, he didn't mention he is applying with dependents. So in this case, we can show his address from a hotel, from an Airbnb, any address that he has available. We can use for the application process in case someone is applying as a single applicant. If someone is applying with a spouse or with children or dependents, it is important to show a type of lease or rental because you are adding dependents to your application. Another question is in Spanish. I will translate. How can I obtain a quotation of the cost to obtain the pensionado for my wife and myself? And how quickly can I apply? We think on retiring in December 2024. In this case, the price, well, you can send an email to us or schedule an appointment by Zoom, I will be very happy to explain the cost. The cost varies. It's usually fixed, but if your FBI background check has charges, or if it's from another country, we have to count the amount of translation, the expenses, but it's very similar. I will be very happy to give you a quote if you send us an email. And about how quickly, well, it's very important that you have to apply in the month that you are receiving the benefits. So if you start receiving benefits in December, I recommend you to start applying after December of that very same month, but it can be before, because they want to know that you are receiving benefits. I recommend you to start planning starting maybe September, October, November, requesting your background checks, your marriage license, and then in December request your pension letter, get everything authenticated, and schedule a trip to Panama. Richard Wall is asking a question. What if a person income coming from a federal disability as a federal employee? I've seen pension letters that come from the state or from the federal level. The most important thing for the pensionado visa is that you show that you have a pension with a minimum amount of $1,000. It can come from government, and that's the only document, a pension letter, showing that it's from the government or an institution from the state. And if it's private, there are some additional requirements if your pension comes from a private entity. And another question from Garcia is, I have the same question. I think my disability runs out at age 67 and it's work related. It ends when you retire. This is no good for Panama. Is this no good for Panama? Sorry. I've seen letters that says that you have a disability retirement, and when it ends, you will receive the old pension or the senior type of pension that governments offer. If this is your case, you can use right now your disability that ends at a certain time, as long as we can show that there is a continuous type of pension that you will receive. They want to see that you are receiving benefits for life, basically. It doesn't really matter that it's a disability. We have submitted cases that are related to disabilities, but you need to show, if it's from Social Security from the US, that one is fine, or from the VA, there is also like a type of disability percentage. That's also good. But I've seen from other countries that it shows that you have a type of insurance or disability type of pension, and then it says that you will receive the other once that one is finished. So that works. And this is it. Finally, I would like to invite you to like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, follow us on social media, and if you're interested in contact us to learn more about our services or share your story with us, you can always click in the link below. Bye bye.